He is the most powerful liar in American history. He cheated $4 million before he was 19 years old. He pretended to be a pilot, flew more than 3 million kilometers for free, and visited 26 countries. He pretended to be a pediatrician, became a hospital director, pretended to be a lawyer, and became an assistant to a state attorney general. The legendary story of this liar was adapted into a classic movie, Catch Me If You Can. The protagonist is a 16-year-old boy, Frank, who is quirky and handsome. At this time, he is not a liar. If you are curious about how a top liar is made, it is very simple. First of all, you have to be deceived by life. Frank's father is a promising entrepreneur who is respected by others. His parents have a very good relationship and love each other. Frank was very happy until one day, he found out that he was cheated. Dad is not a god. His business was not doing well and he was about to go bankrupt. His car was taken away by the bank and he moved from his big house to a small apartment. They blamed all this on the unfairness of the US government. Soon Frank found out that he was deceived again. His mother didn't love his father and had hooked up with his father's friends. Frank was forced to transfer to a new school. He wore a school uniform and suit, but he was bullied by the school bully as soon as he arrived. After Frank came to the classroom, the school bully said that he looked like a substitute teacher. Frank had a genius idea in his mind. He went to the podium, wrote his name in big strokes and said, "I am your substitute teacher." The school bully was stunned, and the students present didn't quite believe it. Frank yelled,
"Take your seats!"
The students believed it and sat down obediently. So Frank also pulled the school bully out and punished him to read the text. At this time, the real substitute teacher came, a week-old lady, and Frank sent her away with a few words. Later, of course, the matter was exposed, but it was a whole week later. Frank pretended for a whole week and even held a parent-teacher meeting. The principal was complaining to Frank's parents. Outside the office, Frank once again exposed his super observation skills. He only took one look at the female classmate's leave note and knew it was fake because she didn't fold it. Soon, life deceived Frank for the third time. His parents were going to divorce, and they actually asked him to choose who to be with. This indifference made Frank collapse. He ran out of the door and ran away from home. At this time, Frank was 17 years old and had no money. What should he do? He started to forge checks. At first, his skills were very poor. He first scratched off the numbers on the check, changed them to another number with a pencil, and then made a fake name and pasted it. But no one believed this check. He pretended to be successful but was discovered, pretended to be pitiful but was discovered, and pretended to be sick but was also discovered. At this time, Frank suddenly saw a pilot. In this era, pilots are really popular, surrounded by beautiful women, and there are children who want autographs. So Frank's new plan began. He pretended to be a reporter to interview the leaders of the airline, got a lot of key information, and forged a pilot's license. He pretended to be a pilot and called the airline, asked about the location of the uniform manufacturer, and asked them to make him a set of uniforms. From then on, Frank became a pilot and attracted everyone's attention whenever he walked on the street.